Are you waking up tired, even after a full night of sleep? Coffee helps you get moving, sure, but what if the very first thing you drink each morning could also restore your erections, boost your testosterone, and bring back the stamina you haven't felt since your 40s? Most men have no idea how much their morning routine shapes their performance below the belt. I'm Dr. Barbara O'Neill, board-certified urologist. I've treated thousands of men navigating aging, fatigue, and declining bedroom confidence. And what's really happening inside your body when you add this one ingredient to your coffee might surprise you. If this helps you, subscribe and join our community. Videos made for men like you. But here's what most people don't realize. The moment you wake up, your body isn't running at full power, not even close. In fact, for most men over 50, the first few hours of the day are when your hormones are at their most vulnerable. You might think that starting your morning with a strong cup of coffee is enough to kickstart your energy, but inside, something much more subtle and far more important is happening. Every morning, your cortisol levels spike. That's your stress hormone. And yes, it's a natural part of waking up. But for men as we age, that spike doesn't level off the way it used to. And while cortisol is climbing, testosterone, the very hormone responsible for your energy, your drive, your erections, is often in decline. It's what I call the hidden hormone crash. You don't feel it right away, but over time it chips away at everything that makes you feel like you. I see this all the time in my practice. Guys in their 50s, 60s, even 70s, waking up groggy, pushing through the day, then lying awake at night, wondering where the fire went. They're drinking more coffee, thinking they're tired, when really they're hormonally out of sync. Because caffeine can boost your alertness, sure, but it doesn't fix low testosterone. It does nothing to support nitric oxide, the chemical that opens blood vessels and allows strong, lasting blood flow where it matters most. And it certainly doesn't help with the subtle inflammation and cellular fatigue that's been building for years. The truth is, coffee alone is like stepping on the gas when your tank is almost empty. It might get you out the driveway, but it's not going to take you far. What your body actually needs first thing in the morning is a primer, something that gently wakes up your hormones, supports nitric oxide, and creates a strong foundation for energy and performance throughout the day. And this is where it gets interesting, because there's a simple, natural ingredient you can add to your morning coffee that does exactly that. But here's where most men go wrong. They assume caffeine is the problem. It's not. It's what's missing beside it. And that's what we talk about next. Now, here's the mistake most seniors make. They try to fix poor circulation by chasing short-term energy, thinking another cup of coffee, another walk, or even a prescription pill will magically restore what age has slowly taken away. But when it comes to strong, dependable blood flow, especially in the bedroom, the real solution starts with something much simpler and surprisingly natural. The ingredient I want to introduce you to is called L-citrulline. I often refer to it as the bedroom amino acid because once it's inside your body, it sets off a cascade of changes that many men haven't felt in decades. You see, L-citrulline converts into L-arginine, which then raises levels of nitric oxide. That's the signaling molecule that tells your blood vessels to relax and open wide. And when blood vessels open, blood flows, especially to the parts of your body that respond to arousal, stimulation, and desire. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. When you combine L-citrulline with coffee in the morning, you create what I call a synergy effect. Coffee naturally widens blood vessels. That's one reason it makes you feel more alert. But when you pair it with L-citrulline, you're not just feeling the buzz, you're nourishing the very pathways responsible for firm, healthy erections. We're talking deeper circulation, better oxygen delivery, and stronger vascular function. Most men tell me they feel the difference in 7 to 14 days. More fullness, better recovery after intimacy, even improved stamina at the gym. But don't make the mistake of taking L-arginine instead. That's what most over-the-counter brands use. And it doesn't work. Your gut lining destroys most of it before it even reaches your bloodstream. L-citrulline, on the other hand, bypasses that problem and gets where it needs to go. And when it's part of your first cup of the day, not just your routine, but your biology begins to shift. But blood flow is only half the story. And if you stop here, you'll miss the real reason this works even for men in their 80s. But here's what most men never hear from their doctor. Testosterone doesn't just fade because of age. One of the biggest and most overlooked killers of male performance is actually blood sugar. That's right. Glucose spikes in the morning, especially after breakfast, or even just black coffee on an empty stomach, can quietly sabotage your testosterone without you ever noticing. Until, of course, it shows up where it hurts most, in your energy, your mood, your belly, and yes, your erections. You see, the moment your blood sugar rises, your body responds with insulin. But high insulin doesn't just store fat, it also shuts down testosterone production in the testicles. I call it invisible sabotage. You're doing everything right, maybe exercising, eating clean, trying to stay consistent, MD, but that silent spike every morning is putting you in hormonal handcuffs before the day even begins. And when testosterone drops, nitric oxide production drops too. That means the smooth muscles in your blood vessels can't relax. Blood can't flow freely to the penis. The endothelial lining, which is like the soft inner surface of your blood vessels, gets inflamed, stiff, and less responsive. It's not just about aging, it's about hormonal balance, and blood sugar is right at the center of it. That's why I recommend my patients add Ceylon cinnamon to their morning coffee. Just a small amount, 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon, helps stabilize post-coffee glucose spikes. Ceylon, not cassia. It's gentler on the liver and clinically shown to reduce inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and support metabolic health. It's one of the simplest, most overlooked hormone boosters men over 50 can use right there in the kitchen cabinet. And when you pair cinnamon with L-citrulline, you get something powerful, blood flow support from the inside out, and hormonal balance that makes it all sustainable. One supports your circulation, the other supports your testosterone, but there's still one more piece, because even perfect blood flow means nothing if your nerves aren't firing like they used to. Now here's what most men misunderstand. Even if your testosterone is decent, even if your blood is flowing well, if your nerves aren't firing correctly, you're still going to feel disconnected. We call it signal fade, and it happens silently. As you get older, the tiny nerve endings that once responded quickly to arousal, sensation, and stimulation start to slow down. It's not your fault. It's not all in your head. It's the result of aging neural pathways, especially in the pelvic region, that just don't conduct electrical signals the way they used to. This is why so many men come to me convinced they're dealing with psychological ED. Doc, I still have desire. I still love my partner. I just can't feel things the way I used to. And the truth is, they're right. The physical hardware, the nerves that once lit up like a spark, are undernourished, sluggish, underpowered. But here's the good news. We can support those nerves with the right fuel. That's where methylated B vitamins, particularly B6 and B12, come in. These aren't your average grocery store B complex vitamins. Methylated forms are bioactive, meaning your body doesn't have to convert them. They go to work immediately, supporting myelin sheath regeneration, the protective coating around nerves, increasing dopamine synthesis, and helping restore that vital mind-body connection that makes intimacy feel full, alive, and real. And here's the interesting part. When taken with coffee, these vitamins absorb faster and more efficiently. That means your morning cup becomes more than just a wake-up. It becomes a delivery system for neurological recovery. You begin to feel more alert, more in tune, more like yourself. So let's step back for a moment and look at the full morning formula. L-citrulline for deep, healthy blood flow. Ceylon cinnamon for stable glucose and hormone support. Methylated B6 and B12 for nerve signaling, stamina, and restored sensation. Safe, natural, no prescription. And over time, with consistency, men tell me they feel the lights turning back on again. But even with all this, many men still feel discouraged. So before we wrap up, I want to speak directly to you, man to man. If you're watching this because you're struggling, you're not alone. I've seen thousands of men walk into my office with quiet frustration in their eyes. They're tired of feeling like their body has betrayed them, tired of pretending everything's fine when inside they're worried the best days are behind them. But let me tell you the truth, man to man. This isn't your fault. What you're experiencing is biological, not personal. It's not weakness. It's not failure. It's a natural process your body has been quietly navigating for years. But just because something is natural doesn't mean it's permanent. Your body is still adaptable. Your systems are still responsive, even at 60, 70, or 80. I've watched men who felt completely disconnected from their performance come back to life with a few simple shifts, not from miracle pills, not from overcomplicated regimens, but from consistently honoring the basics: circulation, hormones, nerve health, and doing it with consistency, not desperation. That's what this morning coffee formula is really about. It's not a gimmick, it's not a quick fix, it's a ritual, a foundation. You're giving your body exactly what it needs at the precise moment it's most receptive. You're telling your system, wake up, strengthen, realign. L-citrulline reopens the blood vessels, cinnamon stabilizes your hormones, methylated B vitamins reconnect your nerves, and over time, that adds up. Energy returns, sensation returns, confidence comes back. And maybe more than anything, your dignity returns. You deserve to feel strong again. You deserve to walk into the day with clarity, power, and pride in how your body responds. You deserve to feel connected again to yourself, to your partner, to your life. This is how it starts. One small, intentional step, one cup at a time. I make videos for men over 50 who want strength, energy, and confidence back, without hype, without gimmicks, and without shame. If today's guidance helped you, I'd love for you to join this community by subscribing. We're building a space where men can reclaim their health and dignity, one simple change at a time. And now you understand why adding this simple trio to your coffee, L-citrulline, Ceylon cinnamon, and methylated B vitamins, changes what happens inside your body each morning. It's not just about caffeine, it's about priming your hormones, restoring circulation, and reconnecting your nerves, all from that very first sip. You deserve deep sleep, you deserve real energy, you deserve strong, reliable erections, no matter your age. Don't settle for decline. Don't write yourself off. Take care of your health because you are worth it. And we're here to support you every step of the way.